What's up, YouTube? I'm be coming at you guys today with a live deck profile of the deck I used at the LA regionals, and let me get straight into that, and then after that I'll talk about the duels and whatnot. Just going to be a real quick deck profile, not really going to be too much explanation because I don't want this to be a long video. So here we go. One Dark Arm, two Yugiohs to go along with three Tristans. If you're playing zombies, do not play without these cards. These are two of the greatest cards ever made for zombies. These cards are just amazing. And then for the standard zombies, one Zombie Master, three unit zombies, three Mizukis, and three goblins. 16 monsters. So yeah. On to the spells, one book, two MSTs. I chose to run two MSTs because I tend to play a lot of non-meta decks, so this is just good, and I don't want to see vanities and basically lose, so I chose to run these two, and they turned out well. One burial, didn't see it all game, see it all day, but still good. Two Book of Lives, a lore, three pots. Thank you, LeBron Jeremy, shout outs to you, because this was a great card and I needed basically every pot that I used. It's so good. It makes the deck way more consistent, and it's just good. And two Dark Holes to finish out the spells. Onto the traps. Eradicator. This card was actually a lot live when I drew it, think about once or twice, but this card is very good. It came up when it did come up. I used it incorrectly. I'll get into that later, but this card is good and I'm going to keep it in. One vanities, good. It's vanities. For the other one is Solemn Morning, Torrential, and Bottleness. And MVP basically of the day, three Mind Crush. These were supposed to be soul transitions, but I couldn't get them in time, so these were a great replacement, and I will be keeping these in the deck because this is just so good. Two Call of the Hunnits, and last but not least, two Phoenix Chains. I sold them at the event, so that's why I do not have them right here, but Phoenix Chain was good for when they were good. Onto the side deck. Now this is a warning: do not use the side deck in any shape or form. This is probably one of the worst side decks you have ever seen in your entire life. I really don't side deck that much, and I didn't really have the cards that I wanted to side deck, so I put this together. This is no way, shape, or form a formidable side deck. So once again, warning: if you do not want to see a shitty side deck, skip past this part, and I'll probably put a link where you can skip it. No, never mind, I'm not gonna go that far, but seriously, disregard this. Two Smashing Grounds. I was for heroes, cosmos, and whatnot, and basically whatever has just good cards. I'm something I need to get rid of. Two Kaikus. This is one of the only cards I've ever sided the whole time. Great card, good card. Two Puppet Plants. Sided it, I think once. Didn't draw it, so still needs more testing. Two Sword Release for Infernoids and graveyard related decks. For Ritual Beasts, didn't see them. And two Veilers, didn't side them. Don't ask. And the third MST. On for the extra deck. Think I made it once, never, once, never. And basically the most level 4 I ever went to was Rap City. Did not going to. Oh wait, hold on, missing two exceeds. Hold on. Okay, these two. These basically only exceed I really went to most of the time. This was the second Zombie Stein. My friend let me borrow it, but yeah, I got this probably about 10 minutes before the regional actually started, so this was great. Never went into either one of these. Went into this probably one time. The most used one, Black Rose, is Black Rose. Void and Dark End, these are probably the only two I went to the whole tournament, because it's all I needed to go to the whole tournament. Anyways, let me get into the actual regional. I went X2 and dropped because the consensus was, my bad. The consensus was basically if we didn't have a chance to top 8, then we was gonna leave because we were tired. People had stuff to do in the morning, so we decided, you know what, we're gonna leave. And if we're gonna leave, basically, if we're all X2, we're just gonna leave because we figured, you know, we're not gonna top 8 with X2. But yeah, on to the duels. Round 1, I played against Desk Bots, and that was a good little match. Cool, chill dude, fun duel. Game 1 was pretty much I summoned Zombie Stein and flipped the vanities, and it was pretty much over. Game 2 actually came down to the wire, where I had to do this play, which involved Call a Hunt, a Black Rose, and a Goblin Zombie. So I synced into it. What I did was he had the pendulum, I think 2 or 1 back row, and then 5 monsters on board. So I went Unizombie, you know, basically increased their levels. I had this set synced, went to a Black Rose. So it was Chain Link 1 Goblin Zombie, Chain Link 2 Black Rose, and then Chain Link 3 I chained this to get this. And so resolves backwards. This gets hit. This Goblin Zombie resolves. I believe since it's still in the graveyard, it resolves or whatnot, or whatever the case may be. And then since it got destroyed again by Black Rose, it resolves. I mean, it activates again. So then I searched off Tristan and Isolde, and I went to a Zombie Stein, and that was that from there. The last play went to a creature swap. He summoned the one that special summons from the deck, and negated with Zombie Stein, and then he creature swapped, and then he couldn't turn Zombie Stein to attack because of creature swap. You can't change battle position. So that was that. Round 2, I went against Necros, and my play was to go into he used Maxi. So I said, you know what? I had the board to go into double Zombie Stein and attack for game, but he had a Dance Princess in his grave. So what I ended up doing was I had this already on board since first turn. Sent his Dance thing to the grave. He sent the Dance Princess to the grave. Then it went to my turn. I used this effect again, sent the Maxi. But then when I went to special, he did another Maxi, and he had 1 back row at the time. So I was like, okay. So I go into my play. I summon Zombie Master, ditch, and I go into Rhapsody and banishes only Necros. But I don't know why in my mind that I decided, you know what, that's probably a Book of Moon, and this is a precursor, or precursor to basically what happened to basically all the games that basically happened in most of the games. Well, not most, just 2 of the games. I decided that, hey, that's a Book of Moon, so I used Eradicator. And I went to a Bezos. Yeah, I went to a Bezos and I Eradicator right there. And that Eradicator, it hit a preparation, that was good, but also hit 2 mirrors. And I now have one material on my Rhapsody, so I can't banish both mirrors. So I goofed. Anyways, he comes back. I hit a torrential off on him. Then I top deck a Call a Hunt. He has Decisive Armor out. He activate the effect. I get back at Bezos, and Bezos take down Decisive Armor. Then he summons Unicorn and then Torrentials, and then realizes that this is not from the extra deck. So after that, he pretty much couldn't get over a Bezos, so he scooped. He had basically no more resources. Game 2, he OTK'd the shit out of me. Game 3, I think I mind crushed him when he tried to kaleidoscope, and I mind crushed his Unicorn, and then I seen his hand, and then so since I knew his hand, I knew he couldn't do anything. So after that, I just went Zombie Stein and beat him. So I was 2-0 right then. Round 3, I went against Teller Knights. I 2-0'd him, and then he called me a stacker after. So I mean, that was that pissed me off, because it's like I have no reason to cheat. I mean, I have no this that's just not me. I mean, if you gotta cheat, you gotta cheat sometimes. But I mean, I don't have to cheat. I'm playing zombies as it is. I mean, I don't need to cheat against Teller Knights. That was my thinking, but I guess he said I stacked him even though he drew everything. He just got mind crushed. I mind crushed him for 2 Altairs in his hand, and he's saying I stacked him. But I guess, I mean, he's been searching with like I said, I don't even really want to get into it because it's just gonna make me mad again. But yeah, shit like that happens, and that's just stupid. But round 4. After that, I played Necrons, and then one of my sleeves, like up here, it was slit. So he calls the judge over, and then the judge gives me a minor warning for marked sleeves. But I don't get how that's marked sleeves, even though I guess it's just what they have to do. But still, I don't understand how a slit sleeve is marked sleeves. And it's like it's going to happen over a tournament. Like slit sleeves are just going to happen, but I don't understand. Anyways, game 1, I will him down to 600. He's 600 left. He has 3 cycles in his hand because I mind crushed his Unicorn. He has all 3 different cycles in his hand. So I'm saying, okay, there's nothing he can do to beat me. Now, like I said, he can, if he does synchro, I had Dark Arm and Tristan on board. So I'm saying there's no way he's going to beat me, right? I'm thinking 3 cycles in hand, he's probably going to draw something stupid and lose. This man ends up topping a Rhoda, and then that got to Shrit. And basically, he cycled, summoned Valk, Shrit searched Unicorn. What's the name? What did he do? He Exomir summoned the Unicorn, searched Brio into a Trish, and then mirrored banishing the Shrit and summoned Trish. So I lost that one. Game 2. It was down to I was down to top decking. He had control of the board really, and so this is basically my grave. This is my grave at the time. So he has a Unicorn on board, and this is my grave. So I'm like, I don't even know what I can top deck. I mean, I know I can just get this out and just do that, but then I won't be able to attack because it's not a zombie. So I'm like, all right. So I guess I'm about to get too old. So I top deck into a Goblin Zombie, and I was like, I was sitting there and I was thinking, I was like, okay, and then I'm thinking, I was like, okay, I got it. So it took me about probably like 10 seconds to realize this play. A Mizuki special effect, dump this to pump this up to 4. Second effect to dump from the deck, send a there you go. Sent the Isolde to grave. Use the second Mizuki, got the Goblin, sync to a Void in defense mode. Mizuki's effect, search Tristan's effect, get back a Isolde, special, pump, go level 8, attack. And he scooped therefore after because he was down to 2 cards in hand, and this negates spells and traps. So, that was that. And then, okay, round 3 is basically, it was a minute left after the second game. So round 3, basically we go into time. So I go first. I'll set a Goblin Zombie in the back row. He summons, I think he summons a Unicorn and attacks. Okay. No, he doesn't summon Unicorn. He summons something else. I forgot what he said. He summoned a Scepter because he was playing, I guess, Star Seraph Necrons. So he summons the Scepters and attack. I said, okay, Goblin Zombie. I searched Zombie. Then no, wait, damn it, why do I keep saying it? He didn't do that. That wasn't him. No, he was playing Star Scepters, but that's not what he did. I set a Goblin Zombie. He didn't do anything. He set a monster. So I went, I summon Unizombie, and then I used the effect, dump a Mizuki, flip Goblin Zombie, and then he max seed. So I was like, you know what? I have advantages in hand, so I do not want to give him too many cards. Because if I can't push for game, I don't want to do it. So I sync to a Dark End, send his monster, set vanities in a Dark Hole. So he goes and he says, okay, do you have anything? Now, right then and there, I was telling myself, flip the vanities, because, I mean, if he has a Dinko, then you're just fucked. But then I was like, you know what? I just want to get the most out of my basically play. So I wanted him to waste a card. But it was time, so I shouldn't have did that because I had the advantage. I could easily turn off my vanities and I can push for a lot of damage and he won't be able to do anything. So what I end up doing is saying, you know what, go ahead. And he summoned Dinko, and after that I lost because he searched Valk, and I didn't draw anything to banish his grave, so I lost after that. But I should have, in hindsight, I should have flipped the vanities, because if he had MST, he had it. So like I said, there's nothing I was gonna be able to do about that if he did have MST. So I mean, you live and you learn. And then so I lost that, and in round 5, I guess I think I play Yusenju's, and that he opened up D Fisher, but then he clogged his back row where he couldn't use nothing. I just poked him to death, really. Game 2, I opened good and he opened no monsters, so I won that. That was a quick 2-0. Then round 6, I go against another Necros, and the first game he drew just nothing at all. So that was that. Round 2, it was back and forth, but he ended up getting it. And in round 3, we're going back and forth. I dark hold him and then potted the Wily into a Kaiku, and I'm like, okay, there's no way he comes back. Summon Kaiku, attack, banish 2 of his cards, set the Book of Moon. I draw, think to a Fiendish Chain, or I think I draw to another pot. Okay, I use my pot, you know, I get something, and I attack, and it's a fucking Fire Hand. And then from there on, I lost because Fire Hand hurts and whatnot. And then round 7, I go against, I guess, Star Sheriff Shadal. No. I go against Perform Mage Shadal's, and I 2-0 him, but then I said, you know, I really don't even feel like playing, so I gave him the win. So I ended up basically X2, and then after that we had left because then my other friend had lost, so he had no chance to top, and he had no chance, we believed, at top 8. So we said, you know what, let's just leave. So that ended up being that, and that was pretty much my regional trip. And then about the Minecraft. The only reason the Minecraft is in because of the soul transition. I'm pretty sure I said that, and everybody was valuing like 8 or 7. So I was like, you know, I'm not finna do that because they're pretty much 4 or 5. And I mean, I don't mind paying 4 or 5, but I'm not finna pay double the price because you see I'm desperate. But so after all that, and we get to the end of the day at the regionals, and then I spot him again, and I asked the dude, I said, how much is that card right there? And so he picks it up and gives it to his friend, basically. Hold on, let me get that. So he basically picks it up, and then he sells it to me for $1 a piece. Now, I thought they were Spanish, but it turns out they're Portuguese. I'm pretty sure this shit is not gonna what is it called, focus. But yeah, so I end up picking 2 of them up, and I finally have basically my complete deck. So that's it for the deck profile. The next deck profile you'll probably see is with Omega Zombies, because high speed riders should be coming out, I believe, in the next week on the 2nd, right? Yeah, I believe it's on the 2nd. Yeah, it's a very long video. Tomorrow should be a Death Pro duel, and then probably on Wednesday I will do a replay over commentary over replay, like one of my subscribers or one of my watchers have asked for. So I'm going to try and do that the best I can. But until next time, I will see you guys later. See you guys, actually, well, I won't be seeing anybody, but tomorrow I will be with another duel. So with the continuation of the duels, the Death Pro duels. So anyways, I want to end off on a good note. So alright, peace. I'm going to keep talking, so bye.